Welcome to Talks with Tatum. I'm Michael and I'm so glad that you're here. If you're new to the channel, we're all about evolving and becoming the best versions of ourselves. And what a wonderful time to focus on change during the season of Advent, a season that's all about preparing our hearts and our spirits for the coming of Christ. And this channel is all about the change that has to happen within in order for radical and transformational change to happen in the world. And Jesus is change. And Jesus brought change and called us to seek that change in the world. Welcome. From the Gospel of John, chapter 16, verses 25 through 33. I have said these things to you in figures of speech. The hour is coming when I will no longer speak to you in figures, but I will tell you plainly of the Father. On that day, you will ask in my name. I do not say to you that I will ask the Father on your behalf, for the Father himself loves you, because you have loved me and have believed that I came from God. I came from the Father and I have come into the world. Again, I am leaving the world and am going to the Father. His disciples said, Yes, now you are speaking plainly, not in any figure of speech. Now we know that you know all things and do not need to have anyone question you. By this we believe that you came from God. Jesus answered them, Do you now believe? The hour is coming, indeed it has come, when you will be scattered, each of you to his home, and you will leave me alone. Yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me. I have said this to you so that in me you may have peace. In the world you face persecution, but take courage. I have conquered the world. This is the word of God for the people of God. Thanks be to God. If we're honest with ourselves, if we're truly honest with ourselves, nobody likes adversity. We fear it and we avoid it around every turn. If we encounter it, we run the opposite direction as fast as we can just to get away. We fear it with every inch of our being down to our very pores. No one wants challenge or adversity anymore. And why is it that we fear this adversity? Why is it that we don't seek out climbing to the mountain peak? It's because we are very, very afraid of what adversity might reveal about us, about the truth that it brings out of us, about the character that we lack, about all of the intangibles, the good stuff that's not there inside of us, or so we think. We fear the idea of being exposed by adversity, about running up to a wall and being broken. We fear failure in every single way. And so we don't seek out adversity. And when naturally we encounter it in our lives, we turn and run the opposite direction. We seek every shortcut that we can in order to avoid it. But nevertheless, challenges arrive in our lives. They are always there, and they will never stop or cease being there. And so how do we reframe our attitude to embrace the challenges that lie ahead? And my friends, mark my words, there are challenges that will lie ahead of you. How do we embrace that adversity? How do we embrace the idea of persecution in this world? We have to lean into the peace of God. And the peace of God is so encouraging. It's overwhelming in the joy that it brings. And in this passage, we find the disciples leaning into the peace of God, and it's settling in their spirits. And we are called to lean into that peace, to seek it around every turn, and to not be afraid of the challenges that lie ahead. And in this world, this new world, those challenges are sure to come. But you need not fear the character that you have within you, because God chose you. And God called you. And God propels you out into the world to be a beacon of hope, to be a beacon of light, to be love to a world in such desperate need, to bring peace to all of those that you encounter. And in return, God grants you compassion and mercy and covers you with grace and never-ending love. The God that walks beside you and shepherds you and guides you and holds you in love. That God is such a wonderful source of peace in your life. Because no matter the challenge, no matter the adversity that lies ahead, you know and I know that the God of hope, the God of light, the God of peace will be standing right there beside you, no matter the challenge, no matter the foe, no matter the opposition. God will be with you. And if that doesn't grant peace to your spirit, to your very soul, I don't know what will. What does it look like for you to lean into the peace of God? Because if you're courageous enough to sit in that peace and to let it soak into your spirit, there's no telling the person that you'll be on the other side. All thanks be to God.
These are your talks, Tatum. This is the hope of God set free. These are your talks.